Welcome to Wildflower Books. My name is Meg, and today I have a book haul for you. So this book haul will include a trip to New York, a trip to our local bookstore, some Amazon purchases, a few Christmas gifts, and I think I grabbed a Target. Oh, and one Barnes & Noble pre-order. So let's jump right into it because there's going to be a lot to get through. First, I did go to New York a couple of weeks ago with my husband after a work trip in Boston. We drove down to New York, and stop one was a sandwich at G&R Deli. Stop two was the Ripped Bodice in Brooklyn. Their receipts are even pink. Okay, this place was awesome. They are a romance-only bookstore in Park Slope, Brooklyn. They're great. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. My husband kind of was like, take your time, I'll be outside. So I did have a good time in there. I also got like some free bookmarks. I got their really pretty iridescent bag. And before the books, I did get these page spreaders as well. They're sort of an acrylic doodad. They are, I think they're made of acrylic. They have sort of suspended flower petals and gold flake in there. I just thought it was a unique gift, so I got one for myself and one for my very best friend. So if she sees this before I see her, Kat, this is your surprise. So for the books I got in there, I did get a blind date with a book, and I posted myself opening that on Instagram a few days ago. That book was A Gentleman Never Tells. I think this is a historical romance, not something I would normally pick for myself at all, which is why I really like the blind date with a book. Also, I don't think I'm going to go into a ton of detail about this. I have quite a few books to get through, and I'm not really familiar with all of them, to be honest. Like, I don't know what this is about. This is a blind date. So I'm going to not embarrass myself and give you wrong synopses, because I have seen people say what a book is about, and I'm like, I read that. That's not what it's about. So I'm not going to embarrass myself. Next up, I got The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. This has been on my list for a long time. Don't remember why. I do love the cover, and I'm sure something in the synopsis called to me, but I don't remember. I just need those little skeleton hands making a love heart, and I'm good to go. Last but not least, in the Ripped Bodice was Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I love this book. I've already read it, so this is totally like trophy shelf copy. I'm like a Talia Hibbert fan now, and I've read one book. I will read the second and third because I really liked the secondary characters in this book. The sisters, which will each have their own book, and then also the grandma was like my favorite. But Red is an amazing book boyfriend. I have been getting the ick with romance a lot lately, like just over the top, sort of ridiculous nonsense, which can be fun, but right now, no, I don't want it. This was like real life. The characters felt real. They're very funny. They poke fun at each other and themselves. Very sarcastic, quite my type of humor. So I enjoyed this so much. Highly recommend, especially if you're not into the super insta love fluff. This was great. Next in New York, we went to another independent bookshop, McNally Jackson, free bookmark. And I got 3 books there as well. So first up is The Dead Take the A Train. The cover, obviously. And then I read the synopsis and I thought, yeah, that sounds right up my street. Kind of to me, oh God, I said I wasn't going to embarrass myself. To me, this feels like a witchy, like Chuck Palahniuk book. Like, who knows where it's going to go? It could go anywhere. And I think that's the vibe I'm getting. So we'll see. Next is Fairies, Elves, and Goblins, The Old Stories. So this is just quite old folklore, fairy tales, things like that. And I love anything folklore, mythology, fairy tales, lore, any of it. I'll take it. And when I open this, I mean, the cover is quite pretty, and it's a hardback, no dust jacket, which I like. When I was flipping through it, I noticed a lot of illustrations, or at least artwork. Not sure if they're originally like paintings or what, but just quite pretty very old artwork. Like the fairy's holding her dress. So had to have that. And last in there, I got a collection of essays by George Orwell. I'm always being recommended things by George Orwell, and I've never read anything nonfiction. So when I saw this, I was really excited. I have looked for collections of his essays online, and I haven't had any luck on Amazon, really. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. But anyway, I saw this, and it felt like fate. Okay, you're supposed to have this. So that's that. We did go to a local bookstore, too, recently, and it's Posman Books. I don't know if they're all over the country, but we do have 2 here in the Atlanta area. So there I got, you know, my free bookmarks, as all independents do. I got a little Posman Books sticker. And I got a baby bagoo. These are my favorite little bags for everything. I put them in my purse. If I have like returns to take, I chuck them in there. If I go to a bookstore and I don't want to take a bag, I use this. It's great. I use it for traveling, everything. I love them. And this size, the baby bagoo, is my favorite. I've had one for several years, so I thought I would treat myself to another one, and I thought this is like the astrological signs one. It's ballerina. It is called Ballet Icons. So I think I saw the moons, and I thought, yep, that's the one for me. It was quite crowded, so I just sort of grabbed it and skedaddled. But it'll be fine. It's pink, it's cute, you know, who cares? The books I got in there, I got Lycanthropy and Other Chronic Illnesses. I think this is a YA sci-fi, but it drew me in. I love the colors, and the teeth, the fangs on there really drew me in. Next, Anne of Green Gables. Such a pretty copy. I don't think I've ever seen this cover anywhere. I never read these books as a child. They missed me. I missed them. I don't know. But I have been wanting to read them, and when I saw this copy, I couldn't pass it up. This is like the Penguin Classics Deluxe Edition. So super excited, absolutely love it. There's so many pretty Anne of Green Gables covers, but this one was for me, for sure. Days at the Morisaki Bookshop. This is another one that I've seen around and I know I want to pick up, but when I'm in a bookstore, I never seem to see it. I haven't sought it out or anything like that, but it was there. I saw it. I wanted to have it, so I grabbed it. And then last but not least, Whale Fall. So long story short, sometimes my husband will pick out a book for me when we are in a bookstore together, and I think it helps entertain him. So he will go through, he will read, you know, the backs and see what he sees. He's done this before on my birthday, and I needed another buy one, get one half off for a Barnes & Noble deal. I needed, you know, that even number book, and he picked one out for me. It was not a good book, but he is sweet and he's an angel. And so I had mentioned that there was one on this huge table that I did actually want, and sort of challenged him to be able to find it. And he knew instantly when he saw the whale on this one that this would be the one. This is about a guy who is diving into the ocean to look for his dad's remains, which is kind of morbid. While he's down there, he gets attacked by a giant squid. That giant squid then gets attacked by a sperm whale. And this dude ends up in one of its 4 stomachs. And I think he's got an hour of air left in his tank. So he's battling the whale. He's battling his demons. I hope that's right. All right. Next, I did pre-order the new edition of A False Start by Elsie Silver. I've not read a single Elsie Silver book. Do I own everyone in this series now? Yep. I think I own Wild Eyes, Wild Love. Those ones too. I've never read any of her books. Gosh, I hope I do like them. But these light up and make a mountain, so you gotta have it. Another Amazon, or my first Amazon actually, How You Doin'? This is by Jacqueline Hyde, and she wrote a book that I also read this past year that was called Your Coffin or Mine, which of course just caught my eye. And it's this bubbly blonde girl sitting in what looks to be Dracula's lap. And I thought I have to read that. That just looks really funny. And it was actually great. I actually loved it. So I've been following Jacqueline, and when I saw this was coming out, I signed up for her ARC team, and I actually got an e-ARC of it. And I read it really quickly. I absolutely loved it. And then I thought, well, I have to have the trophy shelf version to sit with Your Coffin or Mine. So that's that one. Lightfall is a middle grade. Yeah, I think middle grade graphic novel. It's beautiful. I love graphic novels. I think graphic novels are so fun. And I will read any age group. I don't care. I'll give anything a try, really. But this has been on my list for a long time too. And every time I go into Barnes & Noble and I want this copy, I want to buy it, they don't have it. So I just ordered it from Amazon. I don't know. Is Amazon good or bad? Do we like it or love it? I don't know. If I can get books, I'm getting books. The Grace of Wild Things. This is by Heather Fawcett. Heather Fawcett wrote the Emily Wilde books, and I became obsessed with that series this year. The third and final book is coming out, I think, February 11th of 2025, and I cannot wait. So to hold myself over, at least mentally, I ordered this to see if I could kind of get back into at least her style of writing or the types of worlds she creates. So I'm hoping this will give me like a little bit of a holdover until the last Emily Wilde book comes out. Another Amazon. This is actually, I'll show you the both to you. I got both of these because they were on a special on Amazon. So that's why I got the two of them. It was one of those like buy two of these select items and get whatever off. So the first is Better Left Unsent. And I believe this is about a woman who keeps sort of an online journal or an email journal on her work computer. Worst idea ever. Don't do that. And somehow an IT error means that they all get sent out. So yeah, this is like the fallout and aftermath of that. I'm excited for it. And then everybody knows this book, Funny Story, Emily Henry. I'm going to read it at some point. Not super thrilled that it's a hardback, but I guess I'll have to get over it. Random purchases. Okay, this is The Courting of Bristol Keats. I picked it up in Target, and this is why. Literally, this is why. I think I read the inside flap just to say that it sounded interesting so I could buy it. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the authors on the back seemed like people I like, so. All right, we are in the home stretch. The last three books are books I got as Christmas gifts. The first is The Third Gilmore Girl. It was on my list. My brother gave it to me. I really like Emily's character from the Gilmore Girls, probably more than anyone else at this point. And not because she's like a rich old lady, but because she gets so fed up with Lorelai's nonsense, and Lorelai is full of absolute nonsense. So yeah, Kelly Bishop, I hope this is going to be good. She cracks me up, so I think it'll be great. I'm really excited for it. I haven't had the best luck with celebrity memoirs, but I don't know, I have a good feeling about that. My sister-in-law gave me this special edition of The Lost Bookshop. It has beautiful bookshelf sprayed edges, and it has like a nice little ribbon bookmark and some gold foiling. It's like embossed too on the cover. Very pretty. I've not read that, but I do think I have it in paperback, but that's okay. And finally, my grandmother gave me this, When Women Ruled the World. I have also already read this, so this is like a trophy shelf copy. But Kara Cooney came out with this, and I think the other title was The Woman Who Would Be Queen. And I ate those up in like 2012 or whenever they came out. I ate them up. I absolutely love this type of nonfiction. It is engaging, it is interesting, and it obviously stuck with me. So yeah, absolutely love that. Very happy to have it. And that is all of the books that I've gotten in the past few weeks. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you'll come back for more. This is my first video, and I thought a book haul would be a fun way to kick off YouTube. So thanks for being here. I hope to see you next time super soon.